open my door. Well, hello, everybody. Welcome to Wholesale Hotties, where we have our co-host with me tonight. I have Monique Fell from Washington State. I'm here in Arizona, and we have our guest Brooke, who's also here in Arizona.
Hey guys, thanks for having me. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yes, we can.
Okay, cool. Don't just said she said I'm a little on the lower side, so.
It sounds, I don't know, it sounds better. Maybe it was just our system. I don't know. But yeah, I can hear you pretty good.
Okay,
so,
great.
Cool. Yeah. So, Brooke, you're a wholesaler, correct?
That's right.
Yes. So tell us how you got started in real estate, about when, what was going on in the market, and how things have changed and what you guys got going on.
Yeah, absolutely. So when did I get started? I got started wholesaling back in 2023 out of the sub-2 community. So at the time, I was still living in New York, and when I joined, I was on a nightly dial with, and that was when Eddie and Tyler were hosting. So I made a call, and long story short, we ended up meeting, and then I had joined Eddie's team. So one thing that I always highly recommend to kind of fast track your wholesale experience would be joining a team that has a track record, and you'll learn a lot. And in this case, I'm still with Eddie, so it's great. But it definitely was the right move. And I think that when you're able to put your ego aside and join a team, it's for the best. So so at the time, let's see what was going on at the time. The market was good. I would say that for all the creative finance people, buyers were definitely buying deals at higher entry points than they are now. They're being a lot more conservative these days. So we might have cashed out some heavier assignment fees on the creative side, but but yeah, that's kind of just a brief overview. And to this day, we're focused on dispositions, which is we work on a JV business model. So JV meaning joint venture. We have acquisition teams that rely on us to find the buyers for their deals. So you have your acquisition, which is locking up the contract with that seller, and then disposition, which is then going and finding a buyer for that deal. So we're mainly focused on the disposition side.
Cool. So what were you doing before you got into real estate?
Great question. So I was in sales. Pretty much right out of college, I started in sales, and let's see, the first company I worked for was a medical device company, startup in New York City. Just wanted to have that New York City experience, get some happy hour after, and that lasted about 8 to 9 months. And I realized that, all right, I had my fun and I was over it. and then went on to sell. Funny enough, I was selling windows, roofing, and siding. So I'd go to people's houses, measure their stuff, and climbed in lots of attics, fell through some ceilings. Well, just one, but that was fun too. And then I sold solar, and I also sold. I worked for Hilti, which is a power tool company. So, and that was still in New York as well. And then that's when I quit my W-2 the very beginning of 2024 in February, and that's when I took the move out to AZ, and now I've been here ever since.
Yes, nice.
What made you make that final move to AZ?
So, great question as well, because that was definitely a scary move to make for sure. Especially, I was making over six figures as a sales rep. I had a lot of security. And at the beginning of 2024, I want to say we had our biggest month in February of 2024. We had a portfolio of 5 Mesa deals that we got from a probate attorney here in Arizona. Little did I know, I didn't even know what Mesa was at the time, but I was just selling deals in Mesa. And we ended up making over 250 grand in assignment fees from those 5 properties, those probate deals. And that was my biggest check. And I was like, all right, you know what? Proof of concept. I did visit to make sure I wasn't getting catfished or anything like that. So I made sure that Eddie was, that they were real people. So I visited, and yeah, I think that was once I had that big month. I just wanted to go all in and took the leap of faith, and here I was.
So do you feel, Brooke, that making that decision to, I mean, you could do it all by yourself. Lots of people, oh, I'm going to do real estate investing, and they do it by themselves, and they may make it, they may fail. Do you feel that had you made the choice to do it yourself, you may have still been successful? Or do you think that, no, I needed the team, we're all different, we have different giftings, and actually you've grown even more because there's so many of you, or not, or how many ever you have that you're working with different talents?
That's a really good question. And I don't want to say that everyone's journey is different. There's no right or wrong answer, in my opinion. How you get there is kind of totally based on your goals, right? Now, that being said, I didn't work. It was 3 stubborn months that I had between when Eddie asked me to work for him initially and when I agreed to work for him. So within that period, there was lots of money dropped on software services, and you don't know what is what when you first get into the space, and you think that, wow, this one software sounds really cool, and this is going to do the work for me. And I found out very quickly that that wasn't the case. And so once I bought it, Investor Lift, which was $5,000 a year. I didn't even know what Dispo was. Little did I know, it's like the biggest Dispo platform. So I started telling people, I'll put your deals up for free, like, anything I could do to just do anything. I was buying different CRMs, different everything, and it so it's a difficult question to answer. Based on my goals and where we're at right now, I would say that I highly recommend it for anyone that's looking to make money today. So now if you're someone that has quit their job, or in between jobs, or you're just trying to make your first check, I would say that it's the fastest way that you're going to get a deal done. Now, is it everyone always wants that check, because when you hear, oh, you can make $10,000 on an assignment fee, right? Well, now I'm looking and I'm saying, I want that $10,000 check. But if you look at the bigger picture, let's just say you made $1,000. Or is that something that you could still be proud of? And if the answer is yes, we're not here to do one deal. We're here to do this for a long time, and do many deals with many different people. So I think that if you kind of think of the experience over the oh, how much money can I make by myself? You're gonna be a lot better off. And to this day, even joining a team, we've never done a deal alone, ever. Right? It always takes people, and the more people that you do deals with and the more connections you have, the more opportunities you end up getting. So that's kind of how I like to look at it, as the bigger picture of how many more deals can I do, not how much money can I make myself by getting one deal done. What's the analogy? Do you want a whole grape or a big piece of a watermelon, right? And I'd rather take the big piece of watermelon all day.
Well, then in that, when you're saying you're talking about making money and you can make, you're leaving your W-2, are you referring to real estate investing in general as a team, or are you referring to wholesaling as a team?
So I'm referring to wholesaling in this aspect. And to that point though, I never wanted to be a wholesaler ever. In fact, that was the last thing I wanted to do at all. Um, I joined the sub two community to buy houses day one. That was the dream I bought. Um, Pace makes it sound really easy, right? I mean, he's brilliant and he's a master marketer. He's amazing at what he does.
Yep.
And I realized that yeah, you can buy houses with no money and all this stuff, but what comes before that is building a track record, building credibility, and um, when it comes to investing, unfortunately, you're not going to buy a house and cash flow enough to replace your W-2, right? So if I was going to quit my W-2, I needed to know, yeah, passive income is really cool. I'm here for the long game. I want to invest in assets and that appreciate, and I want long-term wealth. But my main question was, how am I going to replace my active income today?
Mm-hmm.
Right. And it would have been really irresponsible for me to quit my W-2 to not know how I was eating dinner the next day or paying my rent or whatever the case is. So does that answer that
Yeah.
question?
Yeah, very well. I mean, it's like Pace and a lot of them have said you got to have that money machine until you get the other part going. And if you don't have a money machine, don't be quitting your W-2. That's your money
Right.
machine for right now. And
Yeah.
Right.
yeah, the buying the houses, building your portfolio, that takes some time. That takes some time to have them generate money where you can retire and stuff. And some do it a lot faster than others, and it just depends on your commitment. But I think, especially getting started, wholesaling, they always recommend for people who don't know anything about real estate, wholesaling is a great way to learn. And like you said, getting on a team that I think expedites your learning process because you have people there to help you and answer questions. And for those who just like, I'm going to do it myself, I felt it was a lot harder. And I was a realtor at one time, and my husband and I did fix and flips and stuff. And even then, coming to this community, realizing how much better and how many more deals, how many more opportunities. It's just easier when you work with other people. You don't have to be on the same team, but you kind of are like, hey, I got a deal here. I'm not going to take it. Somebody in the community you share those deals with, or give them to you, like, hey, we need to unload this property, and you can take and run with it, So we're still kind of working together as a big community, helping one another.
100%.
And you sending us deals to when we get back into the fix and flip after our little break because everything went on us in that one year. But yeah, it's just a process. So
Have you gotten close to you, or have you considered, or are you looking to consider buying your first deal to buy and hold, or to build up that equity and that long-term passive income?
Yes, absolutely. And that's actually what we're focused on this year. So we're looking at one in Peoria right now for potential co-living. And just to kind of break that down too, it started in 23. It's now 2026. And this would be like the first year where and I'm saying actually in the process of acquiring properties, right? And we've done over 200 deals since we've started, right? And like to put my ego aside and also say like focus is so hard as it is, right? So the more you like when I said I'm gonna put my head down and wholesale and focus on dispositions, it was it was a blessing because it just allows you to become an expert in that thing, and the amount that I've learned personally in the process, I
Mhm.
now feel equipped to do like just from the learning lessons I see what buyers have gotten into through so many transactions where I know actually what to look out for now.
Mhm.
And it's never going to be perfect. There's always going to be, even after that many transactions, there's always going to be surprises and learning lessons. But how many things can I now avoid by going through that by just being the middleman? I think that's really cool because it's never too late, right? It's never too late. But when our pride gets ahead of us, it is easy to make mistakes and big mistakes early on. And I've seen it firsthand. I want people to just not be afraid to take action, but take calculated risks, not
Emotional,
risks,
emotional
emotional
risk.
risks. Yep, exactly. And
Yeah, they
especially
want
us
to deal so
females.
bad. Yeah, they want to deal so bad that they're just like, I'm going to get this one, and it's like it wasn't the right one.
Yeah.
Hmm. Yep, I've seen some crazy stuff. I'm like, how did you even think to buy this? Like,
Yeah.
but yeah, but I wouldn't have known early on either, right? So it's yeah, I wouldn't have changed a thing. So yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I think what you're doing is a great way to learn. And like you said, you've learned so much from other people's mistakes and situations and stuff, and it happens a lot. It even happens to people that have been doing it for a while. I mean,
Right.
it's just. But the more you give yourself knowledge and learning and skills, the better apt you are to have less chance of that happening. But it's
ab-
not saying that it doesn't
Absolutely.
happen still.
Well, working on a team too. Now you get to catch the mistakes ahead of time with people who are more experienced, and they can begin to train and teach you and guide you, and you'll learn as you go. And so then you are able to alleviate some of those mistakes that are going to possibly happen if you were on your own more. And they can kind of, oh wait, you better check this out in a different way to help you kind of walk through the process a little bit more effectively and faster even, because if you're doing it on your own and you're trying to work it all through all the components, you're a little bit slower versus working alongside somebody and watching what they're doing and guiding you and teaching you. That's what I
Yes,
found anyways.
absolutely. Yeah, no, couldn't agree more. And even like to your point, Eddie's been doing this uh, I don't know, maybe 2 to 3 years. He has 2 to 3 years on me, right? So um I wouldn't have been able to learn those things without knowing his mistakes and how he overcame them. So um, that was really cool as well. And yeah,
So,
it's a
what
lot
is
more
your?
fun to yeah.
Oh yeah,
Sorry,
a
go
lot
ahead.
more fun. No, no, no. I was going to
No,
say,
no, you're good.
you're right. No, go ahead. It's a lot more fun to have a team to work with too, and
I, yeah, I was going to say that it's more fun to learn from other people's mistakes than it is your own.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
So
Yeah. What's the number one tip you would tell somebody that's wanting to get into real estate or get into wholesaling? I mean, because I know they recommend wholesaling as a first step into it.
yeah, um, huh. I would say that I would say to so it's a tough question, but I will answer it. It's my advice would be to take action, but also action with the intention of giving forward. And what I mean by that is look up to people that are ahead of you, and when everything is a trade-off, right? So Pace says this a lot too, where it's when you have a conversation, you either you need to have something that you're able to provide, and you either have time, you have money, or you have skills, right? So if you're early on and a lot of times you're not going to have the skill because you don't know you're doing it, and you don't have money because typically, unfortunately, most wholesalers don't have money when they start out, right? Let's get real. But you have time, and if you really want the proof of concept, if you're going to be trading your time, um, offer that and take it as an opportunity to learn. It's going to be a lot more valuable than it is to just lock up deals that aren't deals, and just because you're trying to do it yourself. Like, just take action. I'm not saying like don't sit and watch videos to learn, because I watched tons of videos, and the only thing that really got me to learn was by getting into it. But
Doing.
it took a lot of giving forward to those that knew more than I did in order to get it back in return, right? So be open to giving to to learn more, and don't take people's time for granted. Be appreciative, and that's pretty much all I could say. Like, just don't have an
That's really
ego.
actually very good advice, Brooke, because
Yeah.
as any individual begins to just take life or what they're working on in a more giving manner, then there's things that happen and come back to them in ways they didn't anticipate or expect. It's just there's something that happens in the universe and then just in your realm that when you're that person that's constantly adding value to another person, there's ways that it just comes back to you. It works out so much more efficiently and effectively than take.
Absolutely. And it feels
Oh,
better too.
yes, it feels better. Tell us a story about either something that you've experienced in this that's either, I don't know, the most embarrassing story or something unique that has happened or something a story that you could kind of like, that would like make us laugh or smile or
There's
make you
so many
blush.
stories. There's so many stories, but let me think. Wow. Hmm. That's tough. Funny stories. There's so many.
Where do you
And there's
start?
there's so many not so funny. There's more not so funny stories.
You want to share that
They're more.
instead? That's fine too.
Yeah, your worst deal and your best deal, maybe?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Because you can spend hours on working on these and nothing, and it falls apart. And
Yeah.
people need to realize that too. So,
Yeah, I'm trying to think of one where it's like where was a lesson learned?
Mm.
Um. Hmm.
I think your best deal you mentioned earlier was the from a probate attorney, the 5-in-1, right? That was your guys' best deal.
Yeah. Yeah. They they happened to be from there were 5 different buyers, but so it wasn't like it just happened to be from the same probate situation. Dang, I gotta have a good story. Hmm.
Oh, I know I've been to one there, and I know Eddie has that good one about the one in California, but I don't know if you were involved in
Uh,
that. That is a
I
story.
would
Like, I've
that's
never heard
that
anything like that
that
one.
that is definitely Eddie's story to tell for sure. So, guys, if you're listening to this, you could definitely ask Eddie Marin for the Sacramento story, and he'll be
Or
happy to tell you.
maybe Eddie needs to come on our
Yeah.
show sometime.
Monique, have you heard the story?
I have not.
Oh my gosh. It's like
It's pretty
I've
crazy.
never you would not think it really could happen. It's like anything and everything that could go wrong with the deal. This one had I don't know how many things that went wrong, and it was just constantly a snowball of wrong things. But did they finally get it sold? I know that was doing. You can't tell. It's like this is
As
Eddie's
of
story.
as of yes, I hear the same thing every day. I Sacramento's going to close today, but I've been hearing that for 2.5 years. So
It's still that story then. Oh my gosh.
he said it today again. So I don't know.
Well, I'll be praying for him because
we're close. We're
ones.
close.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every day. Getting closer.
Let me think. Uh, maybe. I mean, we have one in escrow right now. It's been a fun time. Actually, this is pretty. I mean, it's not going to make me blush, but it was like pretty ridiculous. So, this buyer was every buyer has their own things about them, but this buyer was he was just very particular. He just needed everything to be very, every step of the way, needed everything handed to him. So he walked the property the first time and everything went great, no issues. And then he wanted to walk the property again. And when he walked it the first time, it was technically still seller occupied. So I guess the second time then he went to go walk it, the movers had went there and started moving their stuff out. And he gets to the property and he sends me this long thing with all these photos and he's like, I don't know what happened. And it's literally like he's sending me pictures of the showers. They actually took the shower heads off. Like and I was like, wow. Like at first, because he was already a lot to begin with, but once I saw that the shower heads were removed, I was like, they shouldn't have taken the shower heads.
No,
Right.
but if he's fixing and flipping it won't matter. That's just less you have to demo.
Right, exactly. But he's holding this thing. It's the sub 2, and there was So that was fun. They took like the curtains and then the actual curtain rods, and they took the. He was saying there was like oil stains in the driveway he didn't catch and all the stuff, but yeah, that one probably not my craziest story. It's just top of mind because it's in escrow right now. Yeah, but don't take the shower heads, people. Just leave them.
Did you have to renegotiate anything with the deal? We
did. Just to get it done, and that's another thing. It's anything to get the deal done. A lot of times So this is a prime situation where towards the end, like you could tell he's getting antsy. He wanted his EMD back. Like he would have been happy to get his EMD back, but we don't give up until it's like there's absolutely nothing left we can do, right? It's like, what can we do to get this deal done, make him happy, but also and per the agreement, right? Like we want to be reasonable. So but like you need to stand your ground at the same time. But when things are written and it's a contract, like, okay, we need to follow the contract, especially when there's agents involved. This one, there was a listing agent, and we had to definitely pull more from their side to make it right. And there was certain there was oil stains in the driveway that weren't shown in the listing photos, for example, wasn't really representing fully. And as of this morning, we actually went back to them and said, did a full pull away, go with any other offers you have, because they kind of started saying, hey, we have other offers, let's pursue them. And we were just like, at this point, let's just do it. The buyer's not happy, blah, blah, blah. And then all of a sudden she was like, all right, what do we need to do to get it done? So now that, they're crediting $1,000 for the driveway and prorating this month. So now everyone's happy, and it's always the deals that are you're going to make the least amount of money on the deals that are the hardest or the most exhausting. It just happens that way. Don't ask me why. So yeah.
Shower heads, yeah. Don't dig up plants. Don't take the shower heads. The things that are screwed in and attached are part of the house. Weird. I've heard my mom had a friend. She bought this condo and she moved in. They took the doors. They took. I mean, like,
Sheesh.
how do you not think the interior doors go with the house? I mean, the things people do. It's just
I can see the shower head, like maybe they had a special filter on it or
right.
something that kind of meant something to them. But the doors, yeah, that's a little bit.
Yeah,
What
the
you,
doors, that beats that for
I
sure.
Or a
know,
picture that was
right?
taken or something. It's like,
But
okay, now you're just being nitpicky.
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Yeah, yeah.
Do you ever walk the properties yourself, Brooke?
So
If they're close
we do,
enough?
yeah, if they're close enough, I have and I will. But since we do this nationwide, most of the properties they can't make it out to. Um, but if they're in Arizona, yeah, I mean it's a great opportunity to also be face to face with any buyers we have and actually meet them, right? In a world where personal connection has faded, it's like get to shake someone's hand again.
Yeah.
And talk face to face. And yeah, so whenever I do get the opportunity, I definitely do. I think it's great to be face to face with people as much as possible and really gain a connection. And I always think that's better.
So have you found when you do that, have you ever found any like surprises that you weren't anticipating or expecting? People popping out or rats all over the place or fleas or anything that kind of stands
Huh. So luckily, I haven't experienced anything. I I've seen photos of stuff, but I haven't personally been to any where there was anything crazy. Um, but there's definitely some funny stories, when you're just expecting one buyer and then all of a sudden you get it like a clown car and you told the seller, oh yeah, just one guy's coming by, and we're like, oh, all right, guess he brought all these people. Um, but other than that, nothing too nothing too crazy. There's not too many properties that I've had to walk, which is actually really cool because it's hey, we do this virtually. Like I don't have to move at all for 98% of the deals that I've done. And even the 2% that I did walk them, I didn't have to walk them, but if I had the opportunity to, I did. So I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
actually when you walk them, I think you get a better perspective too. So it's
Yeah.
kind of nice to be able to do that. So you don't have any like naked people stories like Pace did or anything, huh?
No, actually, no. Eddie's had one though with one of the. So I didn't go out to this one, but Eddie did, and there was they were cleaning out the house, and there was definitely some you know uh nice magazines that had some crust on them, like that kind of thing. But some but yeah, and then he was sending me the pictures, and I was like, "Come on, man!" Like,
He's like, yeah, you didn't want to come, but I've got this visual I can't get rid of. I'm going to share it with you.
exactly, exactly. I'm like, "Thank you very much." So yeah.
Paybacks, you'll get it back someday, Brooke, I'm sure.
Oh, always. I'm always plotting.
Yeah, yeah. So how's the one you guys are the Peoria one? How's that one coming along? You guys were talking about buying your first co-living one.
Yeah, it's good. I haven't even went out there yet. The first thing that Eddie was supposed to go out there this week. I don't know if he did or not yet, but so it's one of those where we first need to verify the square footage because they had converted it,
Mm,
and some sources say it because if it's supposed to be, it's about 2,000 square feet, but originally before they did the renovations, it was around like 1,500, which is a pretty big difference. So we just want to verify that first. But that's going to be for step one. Once we get that squared away, as long as the square footage is correct and the conditions good, then it's we're pretty confident that this one's going to be a a cool deal. Going to cash flow quite a bit. So yeah,
How many
exciting.
bedrooms, how many bathrooms, and what's your conversion going to be?
So I don't know. I don't know exactly what the conversion is going to be yet. So for anyone that knows Kyle Cargis, and
Oh,
this
yeah.
is actually, yeah. So he's a living guy, and just like I was kind of saying, like, pay your time forward and give forward to people that know more than
Mhm.
you.
Yeah.
You know what? I'll give equity all day to someone that has more experience, like, in a property that we're gonna buy, right? So like, it's one of those things where he has, I don't even know how many he has at this point. I think he has over 20 something, but he's got a good system down. He's someone we trust, and
Mhm.
it's one of those things where for the first one that Eddie and I are buying together, um, we were more than happy to take him on. So that's something too, where even when you're buying properties, put your ego aside. It'll come back, but get with people that know more than you do to avoid the mistakes that they've already made. And we're excited about it.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
So is it a 3-2 right now, though? Is that what it is?
I want to say let me pull it up. I think it's a 4-2.
Oh, good. Oh,
Yeah,
so you got,
4-2. It's about 14, just short of 14,000 square foot lot,
oh,
1998 square feet, hopefully. Um,
you guys could actually do some extra casitas. You might be able to do 2 separate casitas or something back there. Because I was talking to, with our business, Maricopa Casitas, they permitting, they're upping the amount of casitas depending on the lot size. So you might be able to like get it going, get it making money, and you guys like, okay, let's take some more money and put it into there, and get
yeah,
some more rental on that one property. Just
that's
something to
a
think about
good
for the,
idea.
yeah. And I
Maybe
know
you
there's
should like
loans out
come there with
there
the
that are,
doing that.
there's some really investor friendly loans for that right now too.
Yep.
Programs so that you can actually get into it with no money out of your pocket to do the casitas. We're kind of
Wow,
sharing that with our clients. Yeah, at
good
seven
to
like
know.
7.99% interest, but still you can get it going and no money
Right.
down. So yeah,
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
yeah,
Well,
that'd
we're
be
definitely gonna make
something for you
note of
guys.
that.
Yeah, yeah, because if it's making money and you got that big sized lot, you guys could actually get it doing its thing, generating some income, and then do some more conversion to it.
Look at
So
that. You might already
Interesting
make
to know.
extra money just being on the Zoom today.
I know. I gotta cut you a check.
Finder's fee.
Yeah, right.
just reach out if you want some casitas. Let us know or anything. We
Yeah.
definitely are doing that. Yeah.
It- we need to have idea fees. Idea fees,
Yeah.
right?
There you go.
What do I get for my idea?
Yeah, yeah, it's fun. I love real estate. I really enjoy it, but not. Some people think like, oh, look at them. They watch those HGTV shows and all that, and then like, yeah, they started to fix and flip or whatever, and the house is sitting there. You're like, yeah, they obviously thought it was going to be a lot more fun than they realized it was. It's
Oh
work.
yeah. Well, actually, you how many fix and flips have you done at this point? And out of those, how many have you actually estimated correctly on what your rental cost was going to be?
Oh yeah, your rental
Have,
costs are always, especially when you have a husband that wants to make everything perfect. You're like, no, the budget doesn't allow us to put in a brand new driveway and take out
Mhm.
the whole concrete, and it's like that's not in the budget.
Jim, he's like, I want premium this. It's like, Jim,
Yeah,
you're not living in this.
you gotta look at
Right.
the neighborhood. What does the
Yeah,
neighborhood support? Stick with that. Don't overbuild in the neighborhood. Unless that's like
that's
the
hilarious.
trend that's happening in that neighborhood. But yeah,
Right.
a lot of people just spend and do too much, and then they're in trouble.
Yeah. Yep.
Or the market shifts on them, and you're like, oh shit, we gotta hurry up and sell before it goes.
Yep. I think a lot of people can relate to that right now for sure. Lots sitting on the market.
Do
Yeah.
you find that you have like repeat buyers that keep coming back to check and see what you have in your inventory?
Oh yeah. Oh yes. And that's a great question because this is where one of the harder things to learn was truly understanding, like, because you get so excited when a buyer calls or you talk to a buyer and they're like, oh yeah, I'm interested. They start asking questions, and after months of having conversations, it happens pretty quickly where you could tell right away who's buying and who's not. And initially, though, it was tough because I didn't know what I didn't know. So you get um, whenever you're getting the runaround, like the people that are buying can tell you so quickly and direct exactly what they're buying. The people that are like, I sometimes do this and I sometimes do this and buy this, it's like click. Not actually, but a little nicer, but but that point, um, when you have a good buyer that has performed, you want to nurture them like it's your job, and it is your job. But um, the goal is to really take care of the people that that are performing. But at the end of the day, too, we're here to run a business, so there's that fine line of we have your best interests and we want to prioritize you, but also don't take advantage, and keeping that boundary in place as well so that they understand that you're still trying to get the best offer, right? And I'm pretty direct about that when it's, but you still want to be able to feed them, because if you could get 10 deals done with one buyer over the span of 4 months, that's really cool. So so yeah, we definitely have repeat buyers, and in order to really capitalize on that, like, take care of them. It's not about, like, relationships are so important, and um I rather make less money knowing that the deal is going to close than make more money knowing that this person isn't going to perform. So the value of repeat buyers is huge for sure.
It's a good tip.
Yeah.
You guys still doing the Friday night thing down at Scottsdale?
Yep. Every single Friday.
After your long work week, then you guys do the entertaining, which is amazing. I know Jim and I, being out in Surprise, just have not gotten back down there. And by the time he's done with his work week, he's usually exhausted. But we got to get back down there. We need to go see everybody because it's such a great thing you guys do. And there's a great connection, a lot of people. And that's where relationships are made and deals get done. And, it's cool. Did you make it, Monique, that time you were down here?
I did not. I've been wanting to go, and I wanted to go when I was there, and it's just
Monique.
not
Okay. No, but definitely, yeah, and I'll give all credit to Eddie for doing that. He does a really amazing job with his Friday events. I can't take credit for them. I'm really just behind the scenes, still doing the deals while he likes to talk. So if I'm there, typically I'm like hiding in the corner, but you'll know where to find me.
You are.
So yeah, I gotta give credit to Eddie.
He calls her out every once in a while.
Oh yeah, without a doubt, he'll always call me out. He's like, "Who thinks Brooke should come out here?" And I'm like,
yeah.
So yeah.
But yeah, well, you being in sales too, do you think that gave you an advantage with doing what you're doing?
Oh yeah.
Good question.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, really good question. But without a doubt, that did definitely help tremendously because, I mean, I think sales skills are just important for life, and like not just wholesaling, because at the end of the day, when you're selling correctly, you're not selling, you're asking the right questions to guide them towards the best decision for them. And the more you think about it in that way, then you're there to sell. especially in this industry. Like, if a deal doesn't work for somebody, it doesn't work. So don't try to. You're never going to make a deal work for somebody that doesn't work, and that's what makes this, in my opinion, so easy. It should feel easy when you're doing it the right way, because you're simply matching opportunities to what people said that they want. And if they don't want it, they don't want it. And you
Right?
move on and you find someone that does. And if you can't find someone that does, then it wasn't a deal.
Yeah.
Then you're holding on to the deal for 2 years.
Or that. That's right.
Are you talking about yours, Monique? Are you talking about mine? Are you talking about Eddie's? What are you talking about?
What Eddie was you were talking about earlier with Eddie.
Well, Eddie. So, Eddie made the mistake of buying a property to wrap in California. No one told him to do that, but
Nobody told him to do that.
he decided to do that himself. No, but
Buy in California.
well, so funny. What happened was he bought it knowing he was wrapping it, but not only did he buy it, he bought it. It was tenant occupied when he bought it to wrap it in California. So
Good luck.
lots of warning signs were there already. And then while in the closing process of like because they agreed to wrap it, so when they were going to wrap it, I guess closing was taking longer than expected. And this is just a lesson. Like, a lot of times we have deals in escrow and you're just depending on everyone else to stay on top of it. But it's like, no, like, you need to be on top of it, because you don't know what will happen in that time that you're just not paying attention. And what happened? Well, in that time, the market shifted and they decided that they weren't buying it anymore. And what did? They didn't leave. And they, just to give you like a sneak peek into the story, they shut the power out, and these people ran their own power lines.
Oh.
Yeah, like took jumper cables and and it was a freaking. The neighbors would call him and were like, there was just cars on the lawn and all this stuff, and not good.
Became a garbage dump site, and it was just.
And then a lot happened after that. But
yeah, it gets worse.
And when you think it can't get any worse, it gets even worse. And it's almost like it sounds like it's definitely a manufactured story, but it's not.
It does. It sounds like one of those kind of comedy mystery movie shows that you're like, okay, what's going to happen next? And then you're like, no freaking way. I never saw that coming. Mm-hmm. You've got to hear Eddie tell the story, Monique. It is. I don't think I've ever heard anything like it. It is just, I don't know if they could top that story.
He's waiting for Monique to come back for the event.
Yeah,
he told me.
Yeah, well, I'm there.
Well, we'll get him on the show so he can tell his story. It's hilarious.
Yeah.
It's like, it just blows my mind. So so when you think you have a bad deal, just remember Eddie.
Could always be worse.
Yep. Could always be worse. And he survived, and he's still surviving. So there's that.
Well, I don't know if you guys know about today, but today is free cone day at Dairy Queen.
Oh.
Yeah, so you can go get a free cone. Every year, I guess once a year, they do a free cone day. And the kids texted me today and said, free cone day. I was like,
my husband loves good ice cream. Maybe we'll have to go treat him.
That deserves an idea fee.
Yeah. You should get a coupon for a free ice cream.
Dang. And it's on my way home, so you.
Perfect. Hey, we're all eating dessert first tonight.
Yeah.
Oh, 100%.
I love that.
Great to know.
Oh, it needs to be something that pops up on everybody's calendar. Free ice cream day.
I know, right?
Free this day, free that.
And everybody's gonna be hungry, so on their way home, they're gonna grab their cone, and maybe they're gonna eat something, grab something to eat too with it. So you're going to get more business.
It's smart marketing. That's true. Very smart.
And
Yeah.
I guess they charge, well, some of them, an extra $1 if you want to dip it.
Oh.
Mm.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Yeah. Do I want to dip or not?
Yeah.
That's
I know.
tough because like I just want
know.
it free. I don't want it.
Yeah.
It's like dang. I'll go home and dip it for sure.
You can do that now. You can do that.
I
Yeah.
know, right? But would it make it? We're in Arizona. It's like 100-degree day, so you might have to.
I know.
Look at it.
Yeah.
That was good, Tonta.
No, I'll hold it in the air conditioner until I get home, and then
It'll be all over your hand.
yeah, I'll be like, please don't melt, please don't melt.
We're in Washington, so ours would last to go home.
It's hilarious.
You can tell. I think it's at the end of the week or close to it. Everybody's getting deliriously tired.
We're just excited about the ice cream.
I know, right? I gotta share that. With my husband.
I can't. That was the first time I looked at like the time on the live, and I was like,
I gotta get my ice cream in 3 minutes.
yeah. Does it stop at a certain time? Like, do I need to be there
It's
soon?
set all day, so well, I guess whoever, and the people who aren't watching live, they're gonna miss out.
I know.
Very true.
Put it on your calendars at this day every year.
I think it's yeah. So I think so.
2 days. Is it 2 days? 3 days? 2 days after St. Patty's Day is the ice cream day.
Yep.
There we go. Well,
Good to know.
great. Oh my gosh, that was so much fun talking with you, Brooke. You always crack me up.
Oh, I love you. You're the best. And I miss you. You have to come back.
I know. We got to get our butts back down there. I really do.
Yeah.
We're looking for a creative financing deal down closer to that area. And then this one we got sub-2. We're working on what to do with it. We've got some ideas and I'm dragging my feet just because we seem to be moving. Like, I think the longest we stayed in one place was like 1 year and 4 months. So that's it.
Yeah.
But it's just what we do. And then we would be closer to go to those events and stuff like we used to. And stuff,
Where are you now? Where are you now?
We're in Surprise, up in the Northwest area.
Yeah. Nice. How do you guys like it over there?
Actually, I really we got great neighbors. Everything's convenient. It's like it's little town next to a big town, it's just like everything's around us and stuff. Mm-hmm. But Jim's on the road a lot and he's going all over Chandler, Gilbert. He's at TSMC. He's down the 303, the 101. He's all over the place. So it's not really conveniently located for him as much as I like it here. Right. So I would have never thought I would have enjoyed it here as much as I did, but I got a friend from high school that lives out here. It's just a mile away. I mean, it's like, how odd is that we both ended up out here? But
yeah.
So, anyhow, yeah. We're going to try to find a seller finance or do something creative on something closer for him.
Yeah, well, I'll keep an eye out. We actually have a few. Where are you looking in particular?
We're kind of open, just, ideally, I've talked like even the north, like on the North 101 and stuff, but his main office is in Chandler. So he'd like to be closer to that because that's where he spends a lot of his time.
Yeah.
When he's not driving around doing the quotes, that's where he works on everything. So where we're at now, I mean, we had that fix and flip in Scottsdale. I'm like, that would have been great. It's right off the 101. You could have went all kinds of directions. It would be mid. But we just want to keep our, we got this one at 3.75. So our payment's only like 20, right at $2,000 for a 2,100 square foot house. So, but we don't need this big of a house either. So,
yeah.
But it'll make a great rental.
Yeah, so. Absolutely.
Yeah,
That's
definitely.
Awesome.
Definitely.
Well, I'll keep an eye out for you.
Okay. Yeah. Then I can come see you more often and bother you.
Yay!
It was
All
so
right.
great meeting you, Brooke. We really appreciate
Yes.
you being on here.
Thank
and
you so much for
spending time
coming
with us.
on. I really appreciate you, Brooke.
You
And
two guys, so nice. It's time to get some Dairy Queen. Let's do it.
yeah,
Yeah, I'll go.
Jim said to give Eddie a swat on the butt for him.
I absolutely will. And
All
it's from
right.
no one but Jim. All
Yep,
right, guys.
yep. Bye. Have a good one.
Bye. You too. Bye bye.
She's funny. I like her.
I think we're still live.
We are.